Barry Eugene Wilmore, Captain, Navy. Tennessee Technological University, TTU. I'm actually on the board of directors now. Board of trustees, it's actually called. And majored in electrical engineering. The whole time I was there, I was the only football player that majored in electrical engineering because the two don't mix. If you want to do something hard, major in double E and play football. Oh my. I didn't sleep. I had to regiment every moment of every day to get things done, and I rarely had time even to sleep because I wasn't that sharp, and I had to study, and I didn't have time to study because football's a year-round sport. It's not just during the fall. I mean, it's hours every single day, spring practice and workouts, and anyway, so it was tough. But again, that built a lot of character too. And I did finally get to the point where I could look at something, at least my short-term memory was good, which really helped me in flight school. I couldn't tell you some of the emergency procedures now that I did from way back then, but I could learn them quick, or have them when I needed them, as I was doing, my flight, training and all. So they really benefited when I finally got into the Navy. My grandfather served in the Army during World War II, and back before that, my great-great-grandfather served in World War I. I didn't have a lot of military in my family, so it was somewhat a surprise, especially my dad. When I'm finishing electrical engineering degree in college, I played football as well, and worked really hard because it's hard to do, juggle both of those. That when I said I think I'm going to join the Navy, he's like, "What? You're going to do what?" Because I didn't have that any kind of military much experience in the family. Certainly not someone that stayed in for a full career. So, but my parents were always supportive in sports and everything else. They raised me raised me in the church. Christian. Love the Lord, love my Lord Jesus Christ, and that's something that's always that they instilled that into me. It's not because of that, but it's certainly they took me to church and taught me the Bible, those type of things, which is very important. So, so I continue to try to teach my daughters that today, and so that's very important in our lives. But always supportive of everything, and even my dad, who was reluctant to see me go in the Navy because he envisioned me being gone all the time and never coming home. I'm never home for Christmas. But my whole career, I've made it an effort to go back to home and be there as much as possible. So maybe more so than some, but because I wanted to, obviously. But also it made my dad happy, my mom too. So that was a big part of growing up, and that's the main reason I joined the Navy, was not to fly airplanes necessarily. It was I had a patriotic tug to do my part, and that's the main reason I went in. I mean, I even had a girlfriend at the time that really we broke up because she didn't want that lifestyle, and I just felt like it was something that I had to do, and I didn't choose it over her. It's just the way things work out. But I just really felt like I needed to do my part for my country, and I didn't know how that would play out. And in my mind's eye, flying an airplane, a jet airplane, was something that seemed intriguing at the time. I hadn't even flown anything before that. Was I going to get airsick? I didn't know. So I just stepped out on faith, and off we went. And I talked to a Navy recruiter and an Air Force recruiter, and there was no question that I was going to go Navy after talking to the Air Force recruiter. It was just one guy. But what I know now, and I will say this, what I know now about the two services, they are 180 out. They are completely different as far as trust in their people, and I am so glad that I chose the Navy for the Air Force.